All right, so tonight Anne kind of got a. Oh my gosh, I think I got some liquid on the lens there. Anne got a little bit of a, an easy way out. Last week we tried to do a rapid fire. It turned out to be not so rapid fire. Tonight it turns out not to be rapid fire as far as like what my concept of this is going to be. I think the thing that survives it all is that we're not going to edit any of it, if at possible.
No, we're not going to edit any of it. That's the rules.
Okay, so the rule is we don't edit any of it. It's just go, flow, boom. So tonight's questions, though, are brought to you by a friend, Alex Depazo, who lives in kind of like the Miami, Florida area. He commented on last week's episode, which I will suggest here. And I thought they were good enough questions to kind of hit. So Anne's going to ask them. I'm going to answer them.
Okay, what is
Number one.
Okay. Number one. What is your favorite PG-13 concert story?
All right, so there's all kinds of. Whenever I was in a band as the lead singer, the band was called The Modern Society. There's all kinds of awesome stories and experiences and things. Probably my favorite. My favorite thing that ever happened. The first sort of favorite thing that ever happened to me was being in another city, a city that we've all had never been to before as a band, and kind of looking out in the crowd and seeing someone kind of sing the lyrics of the songs that you wrote with your best friend in your one-bedroom apartment. That is sort of my favorite kind of memory that I have of playing music for a living is like I said, being in a different city, a place where just about everybody is a stranger, and watching them kind of sing the lyrics to your songs is just an unbelievable feeling.
Your favorite Indonesian dish?
That's an awesome question. Two, and they're really just like extremely basic Indonesian dishes. But one is called nasi goreng, and the other one is mie goreng. And basically, nasi goreng is like their fried rice dish, and then mie goreng is kind of like their noodle dish. And depending on sort of the area that you get it, it's going to kind of vary a little bit. But absolute favorite, I can't eat enough of it. I always try to go to Indonesian restaurants and get it all.
Okay, now question number 3, what's your craziest insurance story?
Craziest insurance story really is just anytime someone calls and tells me that there's a driver in the household basically that doesn't need to be insured. Like I had one the other day. This guy calls up. He says, oh, yeah. So I noticed that there's more cars than there are drivers listed in the household. So I said, oh, I thought you were married. Yes. But my wife doesn't need to be on the insurance policy. I'm like, oh, interesting. Does she not have a driver's license? Like, what's going on there? What's the full story? And he's like, oh, no, she's licensed. But, our current agent said that she doesn't have to be on there. Yeah. Anyway, I just don't like that. That's a good one.
Okay, question number 4. Did you really not leave the red hoodie on the couch?
Oh, last week. So I'm notorious for leaving the red hoodie on the couch. Last week, I did not do it.
You did not. I can attest
You heard
to
it.
that.
You heard it there, folks.
Question number 5. What did you... Wait, hold on. What did I do that I would do? Okay. What did you do that you would totally not let Woodrow do?
Someday Woodrow's going to watch this movie, this video on YouTube. And I don't think I'm going to answer that question right now. A lot.
Everything.
Okay? A lot.
Okay, now it's my turn. These are my
Uh-oh.
questions.
Surprise questions. We are actually going to do rapid fire.
Yes. Okay, question 1. What is the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Strangest thing I've ever eaten. And I've had cow brains before, but I don't know that's probably the weirdest thing.
Probably it. What would top that?
But you know what is even weirder than that is it was actually here in the States.
Why?
One of my friend's grandparents she ate brains and eggs. I'm not kidding.
Scheiße. Question number 2. If you were in the witness protection program, what type of identity would you want and where would you want to live?
Well, that's hard because where I would immediately pick would be obviously somewhere in Italy, but that's too obvious. So I feel like I'd have to go somewhere like, I want to like go all in, like have my hair bleached blonde or something and live in some kind of Scandinavian country. I'd go to Iceland. That's where I'd go.
Okay. Question number 3.
If I'm ever in the witness protection program, don't look for me in Iceland. Number 3.
With bleached blonde hair. Number 3. What is your favorite board game? 2-part question. Go ahead.
Favorite board game? Risk.
You kill me at Risk.
That's...
Okay, part 2 of question. What is your least favorite board game?
Trivial Pursuit isn't my least favorite. I actually love it a lot, but some of the categories are just so incredibly, insanely difficult that it just gets on my nerves, especially when it starts getting into like sports trivia from 1970. You know, who's the golfer who won the, I have no idea.
Okay, question number 4. Describe your worst haircut. It's not really a question. I should say, what was your worst haircut? There we go. And describe it.
I mean, I'm going to kind of flip that question on the side a little bit. I don't know about my worst haircut, but the haircut that I want the most would be, and this is going to require some editing because I want everybody to make sure they have a great visual here. The haircut that I want more than anything ever, Patrick Swayze, Roadhouse.
No editing. Just imagine that yourself, folks. Yourselves? Oh, Jesus. We're editing that. Question number 5. Who is the Disney princess you find most attractive?
I mean, that varied throughout my life. Probably Belle. Which kind of makes a little bit of sense, since you kind of look like her anyway. Mm-hmm. But I did think Ariel was pretty fantastic too.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Thank you for watching. If there are more questions that you want us to try to more rapidly rapid fire towards me, then please write them in the comments below. That was actually really fun. I like that idea. So what about me do you want to know, or what do you want Ann to ask me specifically? Have a wonderful evening. Good night.